right, welcome back. 25-year-old Thabiso Molopo is a double amputee who lost his legs at the age of 9. And as we are telling you this, because we are in the middle of Disability Rights Month, and we have this inspirational young man in studio to chat to us this morning. It's good to have you. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you, Leanne. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure, and thanks so much for coming in to chat to us this morning. You know, let's get a little bit of background about you. You know, where do you come from? Where did you grow up?
Well, I grew up in Mpumalanga.
Yeah.
Gwandebele, the place called Buhlebesizwe. It's a rural area. Well, it was nice growing up there.
Yeah.
I still stay there. My parents are still based there.
Okay.
Everything happened there. The whole changes in my life, they happened there.
It all happened there. What actually happened to you? How did you lose your legs?
Well, I was hit by a car in 1996, back at home. The car came through the yard. It actually hit us in the yard. I think there was this huge stone where we were sitting with my friends playing in the yard, in my neighbor's yard. So I don't know if the car was hijacked or what, but rumors said that it was hijacked. Yeah. So the car hit the stone that was next to us, this huge stone. I don't know if it's a stone or a rock, whatever. But yeah, so the stone hit both my legs, and immediately there I lost my conscience, and I went to a hospital in Philadelphia, Denalton.
Yeah,
yep.
And that was the day that your life changed completely.
My life changed tremendously from there. Yeah. Firstly, they had to amputate one leg of mine, but obviously my parents didn't know about it. Some things happened so quickly that my parents did not know some of the processes that were taken in order for my legs to be amputated, especially my second leg. She did not know that my second leg is going to be amputated. She just found out after she got there, when she removed the sheets. She saw that your other leg is not there. Yeah. What's going on? Yeah. Your second leg is not there. And that was where dangerous moments for her.
Oh, I can imagine it must have been a very difficult time
yeah.
for your mom to now understand, well, now I have to care for my child who, you know, had this normal life, and now suddenly it has no legs, and it's a completely different, it's a different caregiving.
Yeah, look, Leanne, I used to be a super cool soccer player,
yeah.
you know, and immediately after that, you can imagine at 8 years, I used to be a good player. When I got home every time, I would just take a soccer ball and go to the soccer field and play soccer. But after those moments, everything changed. I had to find this new character, the new Thabiso Molopo, you know, like think of things that I can put myself in, let people know about me in a different way, because they used to know me as this cool soccer player who's going to be the next Jabupule there.
Yeah, and it wasn't to be.
Yeah.
So when this all happened, I mean, I would imagine that your primary school, there was an issue there. Could they cater for you? Were they able to take you back?
Yeah, my primary school was very hard, I must tell you, especially when I had to go back to my rural school, rather. And when I got there, they said they cannot allow me to school there anymore because they don't have the facilities to cater for me, especially because I used to use a wheelchair before I found the prostheses, because my parents couldn't afford them, and I had to use a wheelchair at the gravel road. It was hard. So they said I need to go to disability school where they'll be able to cater everything for me, which it was very hard. When I moved to their school, I was all emotional. Everything was just difficult. Seeing people, young people playing soccer, everything got me emotional. Like I was asking myself, is this where will I end up? Will I finish school? Will I end up being one of those boys at Bree Street, hiking or stopping cars asking for money?
Yeah. Well, what happened? You know, I mean, you in your mind see this bleak picture, but there's a very different man sitting in front of me today.
Yeah.
So how did it turn for you? How did you make it work for you?
You know, I'll be honest with you. My mother is a praying woman. I think her prayer carried me through everything. You know, she always prayed that I must recover from everything that I'm facing in my life. Whatever has happened to me, it happened for a purpose. She always told me at the hospital that I will come back, and when I come back, I will never go back anymore, wherever I was. You know, and her faith carried me. Every time she cried at the hospital, her tears were speaking to me. Everything she said to me, it was touching my heart. You know, some moments I felt like it was over, especially when I had to go back home and see the young people, my friends. It was hard even to go out and play with my friends, because I used, after a while, I went out to play soccer with my friends. Like I walked with my palms and whatever, my hands, playing soccer. It showed that I had passion for soccer. I wanted to be out there.
Yeah. So your slogan is there's ability in disability.
Definitely.
And you lived that slogan.
Yeah,
and
definitely. The thing is, I don't take myself as a disabled person. That's one thing. Because some people tend to see you, if you're disabled, they think that you cannot think for yourself. Like they wanna do everything for you. Like, hey, Thabiso, man, come. I wanna take you somewhere. Hey, Thabiso, man, I'll help you go up there on stairs. And it's not that I don't need help. I need help sometimes, but I think I'm comfortable in my legs.
That's right. So what do you do now?
Okay, I'm a motivational speaker. I do a whole lot of things. I'm a journalist. I write sports. I freelance in terms of I do sports. I do rugby, cricket, but most of the time
soccer. You can't tell me you don't do soccer.
I do soccer.
Oh, good. I was about to say
you.
rugby and cricket, but you're the soccer man.
No, I'm a soccer man. It's my passion. But basically, most of the things that I focus on, I want to do motivation, which is what I do currently. Okay. I work with a gentleman called Thando Mahlangu, who's my manager, and we basically want to empower people out there, everyone, like especially disabled people, because we have so many people who are disabled. They've lost their hope in life. They've lost that. If I've lost this, I cannot do anything. It's done. My life is over. And we're trying to change that mindset. We're trying to make them aware that it's not over. You can recover from that and move on with your life. It's not over yet. Yeah.
So you do motivational speaking?
Yes, I do motivational speaking. And obviously, I think my email, it's on the screen there. My email address and my contact details. People can get hold of me there if they want to book me and so on. Excellent. And I work along with Mavuba Media, which is a company that is based on empowering young people. We want to make sure that young people, they get groomed, especially in rural areas, because most of them, they are disadvantaged. You see girls, they are too vulnerable sometimes towards young men who take advantage of them, I have to say.
Yeah, I can only imagine that that's the case. Just in terms of life in South Africa and being disabled, you know, I often sort of, I'm not aware of it because, you know, I thank God every day that I'm not disabled, and that's a reality. But I look around, and when I do become aware of it, and for me, from an outsider's point of view, it doesn't look like we're so that our infrastructure is built for disabilities. What is it like for you? Is it easy to get around? Is it exceptionally difficult here in South Africa?
Sure, it's very, very difficult. So. You know, especially for me. I think I use public transport most of the time. But I think I prefer to use house train sometimes. But I use a taxi, which is hard. You know, sometimes you'll find that the escalators are not working. Then I'll have to use the stairs. And people, one thing they do, they look at me funny. Like, okay, this other lady yesterday, I was walking and she went like, okay, are you pretending or are you walking like that? Yeah. I was like, no, I'm walking like this. Why? She said, no, but you're trying to be funny. No, I'm walking like this, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, and sometimes even in a taxi, I always prefer to sit in the front seat because I think the back seats are quite difficult when you have to hop off there and so on. Yeah. But it's quite difficult everywhere. Sometimes I'll just fall from nowhere, you know, like walking, or like, okay, there's Thabiso, so he's down, okay. Some other time, but I do enjoy it. I think it's a good challenge in a way. Some few weeks back, I was practicing how to run in Pretoria, and I can tell you, I can run.
You can run
I'm
now.
gonna be the next Oscar Pistorius.
The running Oscar Pistorius, please. We're making sure you'll be the running Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah, definitely. No, not the other. No, I'll
not
be
the
that
other
one.
Guy,
yeah.
That one. Okay.
I can run, and I think my doctor was quite impressed because I'm an above the knee amputee. Which is quite difficult to run, but I tried my best, and I wish if we brought the video along, but we don't have it at the moment.
To show you running?
Yeah, to see me running, although I run funny, but I think I try.
But you try?
Yeah.
That's really good. And the type of prosthetic limbs that you have, what do you have?
I have, I don't know if I'm allowed to...
Of course you can.
To pull up my trouser?
Yeah, okay. Show us. Show us.
It's I think, okay, they are old now. They're a bit old now. I think they are 4 years old. Yeah. So they were done by Dr. Marco Deploy. Yeah. It's basically, I don't know how to describe them. I think he's very good with this. But it's some steel there and some, my leg is inside this, I don't know what they call it though.
Yeah.
It's inside the socket. Yeah, she's correct.
Yes.
Inside the socket. So every time I walk, sometimes maybe I'll get infections from nowhere because it's the weather. Sometimes it determines my day in a way.
Yeah.
If it's rainy or whatever, and then I'll have to accommodate the weather as well and deal with it.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah. And I mean, you know, obviously there are more modern ones, and obviously it costs money. You know, these are all things that, you know, life comes with disability, but at the same time, if you want to make your life easier, you need a lot of money to do that.
Yeah, for me, I was very fortunate. You know, there's a doctor called Peter Scholes. He helped me. I appeared on SABC News in 1998, and he saw me, and he said, I want to help that young man.
Yeah.
And I'm quite happy for him. I'm quite glad that he came and helped me. I couldn't afford them. And that's where everything changed for me, because I couldn't afford them. But now I think there are people who are helping me to pay for them. I'm quite grateful for that.
That's fantastic. Listen, I've loved chatting to you.
Thank
and
you,
you were
Leanne.
nervous
Thank you.
coming on here.
I was
I
very
told you
nervous.
it wasn't going to be bad.
I was very nervous.
And
yeah,
was it that bad?
No, it wasn't that bad.
eh?
I think I'm comfortable. I wish we can continue.
I told you, I knew this would happen.
Yeah.
Everybody says, but why are you rapping? Because we've probably been chatting for over 10 minutes. That's probably
definitely,
why.
and people can book me, they can invite me everywhere, and I'll come and
you'll
talk
be
to them.
there.
Definitely.
All right. You
without
might
doubt.
even run through the doors. All right, there you go. Thabiso Molopo, let me try that again. There are his contact details. You can follow him on Twitter. It's at Thabiso Molopo, and thabisomolopo@gmail.com. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Leanne.
You're a
Thank
great
you very much.
inspiration.
Thank
It's
you.
lovely
Thank
to meet you.